Hey guys, back again with our F1 2021 setup series videos, and this time we're at Zandvoort. This is a tricky circuit to master. It's a track which is very narrow in places, extremely fast in other areas, and overall a very tricky yet fun track to race around. You do require a high downforce setup with an emphasis on stability to be able to put in competitive performances at the Dutch Grand Prix. As with all of our setups in this series, this setup is designed to give you a very raceable and easy to drive car, and one which will be very competitive during a long race. Jumping straight into the aero setup, it's surprising that for a track so fast you need such a high amount of downforce. I've set up my car with 10-10 wings. This approach will give you extremely good grip through the windy corners at Zandvoort, and you'll be especially competitive through the middle section of the lap. I have seen some car setups opt for 11-11 wings, however you will really feel the downside of this down the long pit straight and all the way through the first sector. You'll lose a little top end speed, and in my experience lowering this a touch to 10-10 will produce an overall better lap time. As most corners are medium speed sweeping turns, I've gone for a high on throttle diff of 82. This will push your car through the corners, allowing you to maintain a high minimum speed and will give you great acceleration out of each turn. Then go for a relatively high off throttle diff of 66. I say high as many setups for other tracks use an off throttle diff lower than 60. You don't need as much low speed rotation around Zandvoort, so higher off throttle diff is okay. For the suspension geometry, I've actually opted for a relatively low camber setup. I've gone for -2.8 on the front and -1.3 on the rear camber. Then, just like many other setup videos, I've lowered both toe values. The front is set at 0.07 and the rear is set right at its minimum of 0.2. This setup gives good stability while looking after the tyres throughout a race distance. Your tyres will be lent on a lot throughout the fast sweeping corners, so looking after them throughout a race is very important. Like many tracks, I've gone for a soft front suspension. You will be hitting a lot of high curbs at Zandvoort, so having a car which can handle these is important. Go for 2 at the front and slightly higher at the rear of 5. For the anti-roll bars, I've heavily prioritised stability at medium to high speed. I've set up the front anti-roll bar at 7 and the rear to 2. This will give you a car which is incredibly stable under acceleration, which is crucial for the high speed corners such as turns 7 and 14. If you run too stiff at the rear, you will find yourself losing stability through these high speed corners. Then go for a ride height of 2 and 6, which is pretty aggressive and low, although it's just about as low as you could possibly run around Zandvoort. For the brakes, I've kept the same brake pressure from our Spa setup video of 97%, which produces good stopping power. Then I've lowered the brake bias a touch towards being more balanced at 56%. Overall, this will give you a solid braking platform without too much risk of locking either front or rears. And for the tyres, I've gone away from running maximum pressures like many setups do around Zandvoort. Instead, lower tyre pressures will go towards helping preserve your tyre wear throughout a full race distance. Go for 23.8 on both fronts and 22.7 on both rears. And that rounds out our F1 2021 Zandvoort setup. This will result in an extremely stable car to drive, which can be hard to come by around the Netherlands in F1 2021. By focusing on stability, you should be able to attack the entire track without the risk of exchanging outright speed for a loose or unstable car. If you enjoyed this setup, drop this video a like and let me know how you get on in the comments below, because I always love hearing how you guys find these setups. And why not subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to be alerted when the next setup videos drop. See you on track, guys.
You're now in P7, P7.